Hey YouTube, what's up? It's Jennifer, and you are listening to Odd Talk with the Odd Duck. Or maybe you're not listening. Either way, it's fine. So yesterday we talked a little bit about signs and synchronicities, and I shared some stories with you about experiences in my own life. And I was thinking today about, sorry, I got a hair in my face. Uh, I was thinking today a lot about spirituality. So and what does that actually mean? I feel like there's like it's kind of a loaded word. Like there's so many loaded words in our world today that you say that word and what does your mind think of? Is it a lot of people will say, "Well, I'm not religious, I'm spiritual." But what does that actually mean? And does it have to mean anything specific? I've watched a ton of videos and there's some very, very good coaches and guides and whatnot out there. Victor Otto, he's probably one of my favorites. And I always notice that his videos are like, what are the top 5 things you'll experience during spiritual enlightenment? You know, and I think that it's kind of like it's kind of like steering someone when I guess for me personally, the reality of how I see spirituality is having an experience where you realize something and it comes from within, it comes from surrounding, it comes from like the connectivity of all things. It could be in nature, or it doesn't have to be like this path that everyone goes through. I just wanted to say that. That's really all I had to say. I think that people can get hung up on these terms and they end up kind of following these gurus that have all these different guidelines and things to help, and they can be helpful, but I think the most important thing just to kind of grasp is that it's what works for you. You know, if it's not hurting anyone and it works for you, then so be it. If that's you get your inspiration and your insight and your motivation to self improve and self empower from tarot cards, awesome. What about astrology? What about science? There's all these systems in our world that really come down to like the same thing. It's just a way for us to understand this really confusing world that we live in. There's a there's a comedian, I'm gonna find it and I'm gonna put a link in the description box. But there's a comedian out there who does this little video about how if you think it's normal that we live on this planet that's just orbiting in space and how kind of fucked up that is. Like that's fucked up. Yeah. And he's like always say, we think we're the only ones on this planet. And he's like, well, zoom out, it's awesome because I think nobody knows. The fact of the matter is nobody knows, but we can have these sort of inner revelations that help us. I mean, I think kind of my favorite example of this is I totally believe in reincarnation. I absolutely do. And not because I believe 100% that I know that it's real or I know that it's true and factual and whatnot, but I needed that in order to understand and be able to just to be able to live on this planet because there's so much hatred and there's so much crime and there's just, I mean, how do you just kill your whole family? Like there's all of these things and like I needed that in order to make sense of like how those things can even be and to kind of like spread the notion that what, well, maybe we did wrong each other in the past, but if we can be more cognizant of that information, maybe we don't have to continue the cycle. If it's a slow progression of people just realizing and taking control of their unconscious desires and their unconscious demons and all these unconscious emotions, and less and less people are murdering people, I think it would help a lot. So It sounds really simple. It probably sounds really stupid, but that's just me. I don't get caught up. I'm not into the whole guru thing. I'm not a church person. I think that a dream can be a spiritual experience. I think that walking in nature, I think seeing a bird, I think all of these things can be, and it's just so whatever resonates with you. So that's all I have to say about that. I just wanted to say that, you know, yes, these 5 and 10 steps to Kundalini awakening and blah, blah, blah can be helpful, but there are just, regular people who wake up one day and want to better their lives and better themselves and do what they feel they should be doing. And that is spiritual. So tell me what you think in the comment box. Make sure that you smash the like button and the subscribe button and the bell if you want to help my videos be seen. I know they're not great. This is my third one, but we're just going to keep talking. So have a great day. Peace out.